Hey guys, how are you? So I'm going to read an email, which is very interesting, and I'm going to answer some of the questions that he puts to me in this email. So I think you guys will find this informative. So he starts, Hi Stef, I have completed your Python and WebStack courses. They were both excellent and I learned a lot. Thanks. Yeah, a little shameless self-promotion on my part, I have to admit. But that's what he wrote. Anyway, so he continues, one thing that has been on my mind is that there seems to be a lot of misinformation about Python at the moment. It is heralded as the language to learn and frequently appears at the top of programming languages to learn 2019. However, a lot of people who watch these videos are learning programming for the first time and might be led to believe that learning Python will get them a job. In most cases, this is not true. So he qualifies this. We'll continue. Python is great to learn the basics programming in, but almost every area apart from AI, another language dominates. C++, C# for games, JavaScript for web, and PHP, by the way, and non-native app development, Swift, Java, Kotlin for native app development. Therefore, after Python, you would need to learn one of these other languages to get a job. Not necessarily, but there's a lot of truth to that. Python is the go-to language in AI and machine learning, and it's the second, tertiary, the third choice, fourth choice language in many other areas. Like, you're not going to be writing games in Python. You could. There are modules out there, libraries out there that you can use Python to write games with, but they won't be commercial in any way whatsoever. That's why I would not teach how to learn Python. I wouldn't have a whole gaming course. My Python course teaches you the foundations, teaches you about modules, teaches you basic about programming. You learn how to do a little guessing game, but that's just a vehicle to teach certain basic programming concepts and mechanisms. But yeah, you're right. You wouldn't use Python. You're not going to get any jobs writing games with Python. You might get a job writing Python to do some web work, but that's like a niche. It's hyper niche. When people use Python, they're using it for AI. They're using it for data science. Now, the thing is, you're not going to get a job as a data scientist writing Python unless you're a data scientist. You need to be a data scientist, which is a whole degree in of itself. In terms of AI programming, I think most of the AI jobs will be in institutions where they're going to expect you to have some sort of master's degree in comp sci or something. It's not something you could just walk into like you can with the web stack. That's one of the beautiful things about the web stack. There's such a high demand for the web stack, whether it be PHP-based or JavaScript-based or Ruby-based, whatever, Python-based, Java-based, depending on the circumstances, depending on where you live and so forth. There's such a high demand for the web stack, but they don't require a degree. If you had some certifications here and there when you're first starting out, it could help, sort of pad your resume a little bit. But it's not absolutely necessary, especially when you're freelancing. And that's where the jobs are at, really, unless you have a higher education. So he finishes off. Of course, if you have the time to get a degree in computer science or have a strong maths background and want to study AI, then Python is the number one choice. But I suspect most people who are new to programming are not in this position. For them, learning the web stack is the best way to getting employed quickly. Would love to hear your thoughts on this. Many thanks. 100% right about that. The quickest way to making money in software is the web stack, and the quickest way to making money in the web stack is with PHP, because there's such a huge broad use case for PHP. PHP is always in the top 5 of the most popular languages out there, and it's strictly web stack. Most small businesses, the majority of small businesses, have some sort of PHP component to their websites. PHP drives WordPress, the most popular content management system in the world. All of these small businesses are on it. PHP drives Drupal, the second most popular content management system in the world. How is that significant? Because if you're going to become a WordPress specialist or a Drupal specialist, you may never need to write PHP code, but understanding PHP will allow you to work, for example, with WordPress, you'll be able to work with the themes, which are the WordPress templates, because you're interacting with PHP code to a certain extent. So he's right about that. Python's a great language. It's a language that glues everything together. If you're working in large organizations, you may find a need for Python. For instance, a friend of mine works at a big animation house, and they use Python scripting within, I believe it's Maya or 3D Studio Max, one of these 3D animation softwares. They use Python to automate all these processes and stuff. So they hire Python coders who are not building apps. They're just writing Python scripts to control the rendering processes. For the web stack, I haven't seen many Python web stack jobs out there. Relative to PHP web stack jobs, it's like a small amount. But nonetheless, Python is one of those languages that have been ported over to the web so that you can use Python to write great websites with it. You use Django, etc. So he's right about pretty much everything that he said. A lot of schools teach with Python now, and they teach with Python because it's an easier language to teach people how to program with, say, versus Java or, say, especially C++. Back in the 80s and I guess the early 90s, C++ was the dominant language they used in university to teach coding with, well, programming. And then it's shifted over to Java, and now, as far as I understand, they do a lot of teaching code with Python just because it's accessible. It's accessible. So I think that's why you see a lot of the AI work is done in Python these days. I think it's the most popular, and a lot of the data science work is done with Python, simply because it's easier to teach students Python versus other languages, so the teachers can, the profs can get their undergrads and their graduate students writing code. And because AI, up until fairly recently, has been largely a pursuit in the academic circles, in the academic sphere world, they were using either C++, and they use other languages, but C++ for the heart of the AI engines, and now they use Python to do everything else because it's just so much more productive in terms of writing. That's the thing about C++. C++, I'm about to do a video on C++ for 2019. C++ is a very powerful language, a very fast language. You can do almost everything in C++, but it's dog slow to write in. And there's economics you got to consider. You could build web apps conceivably with C++, but what would take you a week to do in PHP, it would take you a year to write in, or two to write in C++, because it's just, you have to build everything. It's crazy. You have a lot more control. In the end, you got I think a year's an exaggeration, but it's going to take much longer than to do it in PHP. Productivity of the language in terms of how long it takes you to write things is a huge factor today when you're looking at programming languages. Anyway, that's another story going on. So there you go. Yeah, he's right. If your end goal is to get a job right away, then I would do the web stack. If, on the other hand, you feel intimidated by programming in general, you've maybe tried courses that were difficult, Python might be an easier choice for you. Of the popular languages out there today, it reads more like English than any other language. That being said, that's like a small little hurdle. If you got a proper course, whether you're learning Python or Java or JavaScript or PHP, if you have a proper course, the hurdle really is not so much in the code that you write. The hurdle is in the concepts behind the code. So as long as you have a decent teacher that teaches you those concepts properly, doesn't matter so much what language you're using. Although, with C++, because you have to do so much bookkeeping, there's so many things you got to manage that you don't have to worry about when you're using higher level languages like a JavaScript or a Python or a PHP or a Java. I would say, C++ wouldn't be my first choice to teach people with, that's for sure. But anyway, so there you go. That's it. Yeah, you want a job, web stack. If you're looking to explore deeper into programming, maybe you want to get into AI, then yeah, for sure, Python. But the job opportunities, unless you have a higher degree, are going to be less so. Not impossible, but less so versus doing the web stack. There you go. Ciao, guys.